You see Hello, good morning, and welcome. Michelle House here from Rich Living. Welcome to High Vibes at 5:55. We're born to be alive, people. Gee, there's some high vibes vibing around this week. I'm telling you what. How's everybody going? It was a little bit of an overdose of high vibes yesterday. No way, there can never be an overdose of high vibes. Welcome to this morning. I hope you're having a good start, and if it's the end of the day for you, I hope you're finishing off in a lovely way too. So today's topic is going to be all about sorry, let me just do something here. Today, clickety, click, click. Today's topic is about getting it done, people, getting it done. Now, sorry, I've just had a tech hitch. Sorry. There we go. Is that better? So I've had a number of, it's funny, you know, when we're going through stuff, we think we're the only person in the world that is going through it. Nobody could be doing it worse than we are. It's always worse for me. Everybody else isn't as busy as I am. Why am I so busy? And the strange thing is, when you work in the space that I work with, and I work one-on-one with people through a coaching experience one-on-one. I work with you guys here in the 555, and I work with people in Money School and people in the Rich Living Room, and also those of you that have joined us in the Vault. We're all going through the same stuff at the same time. It's really, 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 really interesting to see that we think we are on our own, but we're not. We're actually all doing the same busy. We're all doing the same getting it done. So, for example, we're only up to Wednesday, and this started on Saturday. By the way, for those of you that are new and have just tuned in, make sure you stick around to the end. We've got a hashtag that will match up with this video today. We take that over to the Rich Living Room Facebook group, where we go through and help each other and inspire each other with whatever the task for today is. So back on track, which was what? Since Saturday, our clients, my one-on-one clients, but also people in the groups that I'm working with, even people generally in my life and the places that I go and the people that I meet and see, are all feeling a bit overwhelmed with all of the stuff that they have to get done. I have to admit, I was feeling like this myself last week. And, you know, I just kept getting, for me, like I had task lists, and it was do this and do that, and you haven't done that yet, and time, you're running out of time. And I really had to take a step back and go, okay, right now I'm in the space of everything is urgent and everything is important. And that's just not true. So I'm writing a program at the moment about time management, interestingly enough. Now you can look at this beautiful old book of mine. I've had this since I was 19. Look at the brown pages. I love this book. It's called First Things First by Stephen Covey. I've done all of their programs. I love the way that he helps you get your head around managing your time. And beautiful Brent reminded me about this last week. Thank you very much. This lovely little quadrant. Let me turn the book the right way. And I have been spending all of my time, where are we here? Up here. Urgent and important. Now, when I go back and look at my list, and I've got 35 things on my list, everything is not urgent. Urgent means has to be done immediately. It's important, but it's not urgent. So I have to go back through my list and go, okay, what is absolutely the most urgent thing on this list that has to be done right now? And that might be do the coaching call that you've got booked in the next 10 minutes, because that would be urgent, right? So going through that list, but just picking 3 things to work with. Pick 3 things out of that list and pop them over into either one of those categories, and then go pick another 3 and then pop them into the categories. I think what happens, well, I know what happens, is we do a brain blurt. which you guys would have heard me say before, just empty your brain and get everything out of your brain. You might write, create that new program about time management. Don't forget to flee the dog, or whatever it is. It's not going to be in any order. Brain blurt it. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. And then go back at your list and see what is actually urgent and what is important. Because I promise you, it's not a lot. Yet we spend our day running around in a circle going, it's urgent, it's urgent, it's important. And while we're going, it's urgent, it's important, we're actually not getting anything done. So moving those things around, working with just 3 things. Anybody who has a Rich Living planner knows that at that top part of underneath the day, there's just 3 boxes. There's not 10, there's not 5, there's 3. Because I know from all of the psychology books that I've read and all of the psychology research that I've done, is 3 is completely achievable. If you write a list of 4 things, you might do 3 and then you'll beat yourself up about not doing number 4. But if you've got 3 on your list, you tick off 1, you go, wow, I've only got 2 left to go. So it's all the psychology that we have with ourselves. So give that a crack. I can just see Georgina has just posted that she's bogged down. Right, let's go. Georgina, you're it. Tag. So Georgina, let me speak to you or with you about what you've got on your plate. I know that as busy working mums, either in our own businesses or as in our career, and then, we've got kids that have got, I know, Georgina, you've got children off on football camps or something, I'm pretty sure. So we've got this role that we play as mum, and then we've got this role that we play as, me as a homeschool teacher, and then we've got roles over here that we're a business owner, and then we're a coach, and we're this and we're that. So it does get really overwhelming because we've got all of these things. But what I encourage you to do is exactly what I just said about that list. Just take 5 minutes and do a brain blurt and pull it all out of your head. And, don't correct it, don't edit it, don't try to make it neat, don't try to use fancy pens. Just pick up a piece of paper and go and get it all out. And you'll get to a point where you go, I know there's heaps more, but I just can't think of it. That's when you stop. Because you don't want to then go into beat up about not remembering all the things that you should be remembering. Okay, your brain will just process and dump out what it can cope with, what it knows you can cope with. Trust that. So blurt out your big list and then have a look at it and go, okay, what's on this list that is urgent and important, right? Urgent and important. Now, I think you would know that everybody would get what's urgent and important. Then move it to, okay, so what's not urgent but important? And if you're packing, hey, Georgina, you just posted up that it's the New Zealand rugby tour. That's right. So you've got all of that happening. And I also know that you've got some fundraising going on. Plus you're managing a household. Plus you're doing your business or your work or your career or whatever it is that you've got going on over there. And, then you're looking after the pets. And you've got to make sure everybody's fed. So let's just get it all out and look at all of those things and go, what is urgent and important? Now, one of those things might be pay the payment today. That's pretty urgent, pretty important for you to get on the tour. But what's not important is, what's important but not urgent is getting a winter coat so that he's nice and warm when he's over there on his tour. Yeah? So just do that little brain blurt. And then you start getting things out and you've got those little 4 quadrants. I'll take a photo of it and I'll post it in the Rich Living Room. Then you take that and you go, okay, so let me just look at this space. What are the 3 things today that I feel connected to be done? So that also gives you an indication of where it sits in the quadrant, because the other spaces on the quadrant, I'm just looking at all my highlighted pages. So let me just pull it up again. So we see that. So we've got important and urgent. So not urgent but important is buying a jacket. Not urgent. What's my finger going? Not urgent and not important is so on here it's got things like interruptions, some phone calls, some mail, meetings, many popular activities are not urgent and not important. And then there's the 4th one, which sorry, that was urgent, not important. The fourth one, which is not urgent and not important, is things like sitting, watching TV, Facebook. If you're just scrolling, if you're watching this, of course, that's urgent and important. So does that help? And yeah, Georgina's just posted, yep, everything you said, working 2 jobs, 3 kids. Now, what I also want to say to you about this is we forget that the most important thing is, actually, before I tell you what the most important thing is, think about how you are and what you're feeling about being busy right now and overwhelmed, and I've got too much to do, and I've got 288 emails, whatever that is that's going on for you. And that feeling, if you really start to get into it, you can feel that your heart might race a little bit. You might, tap your toes and go, okay, let's go. Come on, Michelle, wrap this up. I've got to get going. 6 past 6. Come on, let's go. I only had time till 5 past 6. Come on, keep talking. You can start to feel your heart racing. You start to talk faster. Your breath is less deep. So you have shorter breath was what I was trying to say there. Your breath is shorter. So the most important thing, and you all know what I'm about to say here, the most important thing that you do is breathe. And it will take you, if you are in overwhelm with lots to do, it's going to take you about 10 very big life-giving breaths to actually stop thinking about all the things that you've got to do. So don't go, okay, quick, got to go take those 3 breaths, go quick. Walk out or wherever you're going to go and say, okay, I know that my brain is going to come flooding in with all of the information that I need to do, and I don't want to miss any of the things that I've got to have on my to-do list, because that's the other thing that'll kick in is, but what if I start thinking about all those things and I really should write that down? It's okay. Your brain, ask yourself to remember, I'm not ready for that right now. I'm in the space of breathing. When I want that list, bring it back to me. This is where we can control. When I want that list, bring it back to me. But right now I'm focusing on my breathing. Let the thought come in, but let it go. So let the thought come in of, I've got to pay the deposit today. Oh my God, what money? Not, I've got to pay the deposit. Where am I going to get that money from? How am I going to do that? Don't do it. Just kind of let it go and go, oh yeah, that was that. Oh yeah, flee the dog. Oh gee, the grass is cold. Whatever it is, let it go. Let the thought come. Don't stop the thought. Let it go past. All right. So much like the credits on the end of the movie, see it and let it go. See it and let it go. Yeah. But I promise you, if you're in the space of overwhelm and too much to do, you're going to have to take 10, at least 10 very big, deep breaths before you actually get to, oh, hang on a second, I'm breathing. So you need to get your feet nice and firmly on the ground, connect, and let the thoughts come, but then remain there until you are in the space of feeling and seeing, well, not seeing, but feeling your breath and noticing your breath as it comes in, and it's a bit cold on your throat, and then as it goes out, oh, that goes through my, and that went through my nose. Focus on your breath. How did that happen? Oh yeah, and then it went out. Oh yeah, then it comes in and then it goes out. And then you need to do a couple of those. So maybe it's 15 breaths, but please don't go, I don't have time for this. How am I going to fit this into my schedule? Everybody needs something from me right now. I know it's 10 past 6 in the morning, but you know what? For you to be effective for the rest of the day, you need to do this. So just put your hand up to your family and go, I need a couple of minutes. This isn't something that's going to take you half an hour. It's a couple of minutes. I need a couple of minutes on my own to just get myself together. Yeah? And then go away and do that. The other thing is, where I want to go. Yeah. Because when Georgina's just popped up, breathe. When you are busy and you think about how busy you are, you go, hang on, did I actually breathe? I don't even remember breathing. We are so lucky we have this body that does that automatically for us, aren't we? So go and take some really conscious, big, deep breaths. And then what I want you to do is using the hashtag getting it done, because we still need to get it done. Whatever it is we need to do, we need to get something done, and it's going to be 3 things. And those 3 things you can use under the hashtag getting it done. 1, 2, 3. What are you doing today? So what are you going to do that at the end of the day you can go, you know what, I had 35 things to do, but I did 3. And I did them really well, and they had all my attention, and they're done. If you get 3 done in the next hour, obviously pick another 3, if that's what's in flow for you too. So what I do is I set a timer, and I go, okay, I've got these 3 things to do, and I've got an hour, that's 20 minutes each. Put the timer on. Are you ready? Go. And then I just go, turn off all of your distractions, by the way, even your phone. Get it done. And then you can, and then get it done, and then get it done. And using the timer is a really good way to keep you in that one task and not getting distracted by another task. And if anybody comes to you in that 20 minutes, and you know, I've got 3 kids, I'm with them pretty much 24/7, and they know when I'm doing that. So I go, okay, I'm on a timer task at the moment. Don't interrupt me unless it's an emergency. And I'll go and do my timer task, and I'll get it done. Because the other thing is when they keep coming in with the distraction, and oh yeah, that's right, I haven't paid for the swimming, or I have to take them, they've got to wear their pajamas to swimming today, whatever it is. So bring yourself back to that, the timer. So getting it done is the hashtag in the Rich Living Room today. If you are not in the Rich Living Room, make sure you click on the link that Robin Boyle has shared here in the comments today. And we'll see you over there, and we will get it done. Oh, cards. Oh God, I'm running out of time. Here we go. What is that? Insight, understanding, awakening, awareness, self-evaluation. Has everybody had some insight this morning? Has everybody got some understanding? Okay, hang on. I'll do a really quick one of this one. It's time to cultivate insight by honestly examining who you are, your past journey, who you have now become. It's also time to claim your divine capacity and responsibility to see beyond the current you and to recognize your unique truth and potential. Insight raises your consciousness, adding a spark to the ever unfolding light of universal consciousness. So hopefully everybody has some insight this morning. Did you all get some insight from that? Let's look at that and look at this as something that is raising and expanding our consciousness. Yeah, cool. And who's it? Oh, yeah, Mary Magdalene. Oh, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Let go of worrisome thoughts. Keep your thoughts positive. Notice and follow any divine guidance you may see. Pray, engage in spiritual healing. Now, letting go of worrisome thoughts. Without going into this one too much, we often stay in urgent and important because we're driven by a fear or a worry. So trust that everything is unfolding in perfect time and the universe has your back. But you need to treasure the vessel that is here for you on earth. Go out and breathe. And bring it to you. Bring it in your breath. Bring in the clarity. Bring in the trust. Bring in the faith. Bring in the joy. Bring in the grace. Go breathe. And then we'll move to getting it done. Yeah? Awesome. Okay. Love y'all. Happy Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow. Yes, because it's tomorrow's birthday. All right. Bye for now.